California Mayor Oscar Hernandez claims that his lack of education was the reason he didn't know his inflated salary of almost $100,000 a year was illegal. He and 5 other ex-city officials are facing charges of misappropriating funds in the amount of $5.5 million and could face up to 20 years behind bars. Here with his thoughts on this is Dale Walker, a resident of Bell, California, and the co-founder of the Bell Association to Stop the Abuse in that town. Dale, nice to see you this morning.
Nice to see you too, Clayton. Thank you for having me.
You bet. And so some of the latest news out of this whole crazy saga is former Mayor Oscar Hernandez basically claiming, I don't know, I couldn't read the information, so therefore that is my defense. I simply couldn't read. I'm illiterate, and I don't know what was in these contracts. Do you buy that? And is that accurate?
Oh, of course not. I sat in on city council meetings when he was actually reading. So for him to say such a statement as that tells us, it's like, wait a minute. So you're now saying that when we saw you reading and writing, you're now claiming you're illiterate. What statement are you sending out to us?
Well, here's the attorney quote for his attorney says this about Oscar Hernandez, defending his client, and gets you to respond to this. He says, many prominent lawyers and accountants were paid to review the laws and salaries of Bell, and they never said that either the laws or salaries were illegal. If the experts did not know that the laws and the salaries were illegal, how could Mr. Hernandez know about it? What do you say to that?
First and foremost, Oscar Hernandez was elected into the council to represent the community, to fight for us, for better jobs, for businesses, and to really look for the best, for our best interest. And for him to now say, or for them to say, oh, well, this person didn't know, I didn't know. You know what? It's your responsibility as a mayor to ensure that you find out. You need to find out what is and isn't appropriate. And if it doesn't seem right, then maybe you need to get new people in, because that's your job. That's your job, to find out, you know, to look for appropriate attorneys, to look for a city manager that's actually going to work for the community and is not going to inflate their own salaries. Come on, over $780,000 for a city attorney should tell you, wait a minute, no other place is earning this much, not even in New York or in Los Angeles. This is wrong.
And Dale, his attorney had gone on to defend him in other ways, and I'm sure you've read those statements as well. And for our audience's benefit, the lawyer basically is defending him, saying this is a great success story. He was an agricultural worker. Yes, he can't read. He's not meant to be scholarly at all if he's the mayor of this particular city. He doesn't need to be scholarly. He doesn't need to be able to read. This is a great story.
As a resident of Bell, as someone who sat in on city council meetings, they also said that he supposedly would listen to the people and he had a listening ear. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's all false. I don't know about all false, but it was false in when I actually went to council meetings and I actually spoke to the mayor and requested for certain things. It went in. You can see that it went in one ear and went out the other ear, and he schooled us. He schooled us on why the decisions that he was making were appropriate and why we were wrong. So for them to say that he listened and, oh, you know, he was such a great man, it's like, yeah, I think he might have, I can't, undoubtedly he probably started out that way. I'm not saying he's this awful, evil person. No. But at the same time, it turned into something big, into a monster. You know, it was a monster that yeah, absolutely.
Dale Walker, you know, great reporting here, and keep up the work that you're doing there at the Bell Association to stop the abuse. We appreciate you joining us this morning and keeping us up to date on this. Thanks, Dale.
Thank you, Clayton. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Coming up on the show, the Oscars just a few hours away.